It's like, wait, don't look at it. Wait.
That's what we Once we start talking,
Yeah.
You forget that even there.
Forget it there.
welcome to Ease Up 242. We today have two of our guests. Introduce yourselves first.
Jermaine Taylor.
And Kendro, DJ Kenny.
Today is our episode on the music and entertainment industry. Now, guys, we start off our show a certain way, right? Mm-hmm. So I got a question for the both of y'all.
What's up?
Now, everybody here Jamaican, everybody here Bahamian, right? So every Bahamian, we got certain things we used to do. You go to Junkanoo. Even if you don't go to Junkanoo, you know about Junkanoo, you have your group, right? Now, another staple of Bahamian is bamboo.
Hello.
Everybody at least eat 20 times the bamboo. Even if you don't like bamboo, you eat the bamboo 20 times. Now, Mike, this is the big question I got for y'all. Breast or thigh? Because some people nowadays get their thigh fried dry, they get their breasts a certain way. That boy said that's easy. That's easy work.
Thigh all day, man.
Thigh all day.
Hello.
Breast all day. You got more meat.
That's why I gotta figure it out.
I don't get it.
Everybody got their reasoning behind it. See, I sure you could tell me the breast got more
breast
meat.
dry, man. I mean, she got more meat, but
yeah,
dry,
she dry.
Yeah, I like it moist,
If they cooked it the right way, the breast.
Some people want it fried dry. See, me as a man, I don't want to see nothing underneath my ketchup and hot sauce. I want my ketchup and hot sauce all over the while. All over it.
Vibes.
But hey, we got a breast man and we got a thigh man here.
Ding, ding, ding.
If you see them, set them up, eh?
Hello.
Mayo on the fries still, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's a real vibe, but trying to show my city, dog. You know?
Who all do effect when you perfect out of what? Do you even care to feel that only time will reveal? Ease up and stay strong. Focus on love and not on war. Do you even know who all do effect when you perfect out of what? Do you even care to feel that only time will reveal? Ease up and stay strong.
All right, so I got a quote for y'all from the great Elton John to bring us towards the conversation that I want to carry us to. Okay. Now, Elton John has once said that music has healing power. It has the ability to take people out of themselves for a few hours. Now, you could pretty much take that however which way you want to take it, but it lets us know the power that music has. Mm-hmm. You could be going through the most struggle time of your life, and you could hear a beautiful ballad, and you're away from everything. Mm-hmm. It's just the power that music has. Mm-hmm. We know people could acknowledge it, but even if you don't acknowledge the power that music has, everybody knows when they're in the car, you could be in traffic, you have to have your music. You literally have to have your music. Yeah. So what I want the more so where I want to steer the direction I want to steer this conversation. We see in the past, it's been about a month now. Kanan for y'all, we see that he was able to put his music on BT's pipeline. Mm-hmm. And he was able to, to make it one step further than most Bahamians would. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm a firm believer in the amount of talent we have in the Bahamas. We have, as we see now, we got our Buddy Heels, we got our Kai Jones, we got our Jazz Chisholms, we got our people on the world stage in sports, in entertainment, in photography. Mm-hmm. We got people representing all around the world. Now, what I feel is we have people unrecognized over here. People who are able to make it over there or to make it on a global stage, but we just don't have the resources, or we don't have a record label or record deals. Or how, from you guys' perspective, being in that industry, how could we further bring our people to the global stage?
That's
Well, you're going deep, Kellin.
Yeah, this we want to figure out.
Yeah, it's about labels, but mostly it's about connections, right? Connectivity. and your content. We have a lot of talented people.
Right.
They may not be producing the best they can, but they
Gotcha.
feel as though because they have the talent, it should take them there. It's got to be connections, growth, keeping your content consistent, and just creating something that more than Bahamians could relate to or feel. Because we barely have a music industry, dog. We barely have a market over here. So you have to kind of you have to step international for your reach to change. Until we have more Bahamians who could do that and then kind of pull up everybody.
Because you know
we still on the road, bro.
we had a taste of globalization and the Bahamian with the Who Let the Dogs Out and they were pretty much marketed to the world.
Yeah.
So it isn't that I feel like it isn't that we can't do it. The blueprint is pretty much there, but it's just getting it there. What I feel and most people feel like it's such a big obstacle they don't even know if they could get there.
Well, Kellin, I'll interject right there.
I got you.
I heard you mention the Bahamian. Rest in peace, Ivan, the drummer. He recently passed away, so we hold him there in our hearts, and just wanted to say that right quick.
R.I.P.
But to fall on your first point with what can we do, what can the general public do to further themselves in the music industry? Like Jermaine said, like it's work. It's like it's a lot you have to do to get to where you want to go, because Bahamian, they work. First of all, they work. Like back in the day, their band was constant. They were
Countless hours.
released. Yeah, they
Hours of practice.
were out
Yep.
there.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? But what really made them pop, like Jermaine said, is trying to get your content out to the world. They had an interview on Vice Network. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I would encourage the people to go and watch it. Okay. It's very informative. But somebody from Trinidad, I think this guy was a Trinidadian or American, I'm not too sure, but he worked at a record label, a big record label.
Right.
Got fired from the record label trying to push their song because they didn't see it.
Wow.
Got the opportunity somewhere else, and that's what made that song a big song. Who Let the Dogs
I
Out?
had no idea.
Yeah, so like,
So all it took was one door to be broke open.
Connection.
and if they gave up, they would have never see that door. Now, I said that to say they are a great example of work. If you know their history, all they did was work, release songs.
Each member
stayed constant. Like, look at each of the individuals, correct? Like
Right.
Rick Carey, Dyson Knight. These guys are big artists because they constantly work. So, with that being said, like, connect yourselves with people like those, or people who are in the industry close to them, like the producers or whatever the case may be, and learn. Because, like Jermaine said, a lot of people, they just know that they can do it and they just run with it thinking that, hey, this is the best this can be.
I could sing, so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But like, it's good to hear other people's opinions on things. So it's a lot of work, but I would say the main thing is get connected with people who are in the industry and learn from them.
I mean, I like how you say learn, way, because that's one thing a lot of us Bahamians have. We have this ego, especially if like you younger than us.
Sure,
we ain't want to listen.
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
older than us, we think you stuck in a traditional way. But it's things you could, even if you don't agree with everything somebody's saying, if you're willing to learn and humble yourself to gather some information from anyone, way, that's what keep you going. That's what keep you progressing, bro.
Yep.
I had to learn it too. I barely went to it's my big brother, and I barely used to want to listen to him. When I think about some of the stuff that he's telling me in drums and now going into artistry, me listening helped way more than me trying to say, but I feel like I got this, I know what I do. I could sing, I could play drums, you don't need to tell me what to do. Being willing to learn, but yeah.
A wise man once said, once you're alive, you should be willing to learn. It's always something to learn.
I'm Andrew Haley,
I'm Donovan Brown.
and we're from Black Pearl Bubble Tea. Come and check us out. We got the best bubble tea in the Bahamas. We've got milk teas like winter melon, caramel, brown sugar.
We got fruities like passion fruit, mango, guava.
We got our cocktails like the Long Island iced tea, the Blue Hole. You can get your mojito.
We got toppings like passion fruit jelly, lychee jelly, blueberry jelly.
You can find us Shirley Street Shopping Plaza next to the old BTC. If you're not familiar with that, if you know where J-Line Fitness is, if you know where Better Bodies Gym is, it's the same plaza as Better Bodies Gym, or right in the corner next to J&L Feed Supply or next to the old BTC Plaza.
We're open 7 days a week. That's Monday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
You can find us on social media, Black Pearl 242, Instagram, Facebook. Check us out.
So, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about, we know in the past we have Sweet Emily's, Gino D's, our Ronnie Butlers and our Bahaman. We know their music was stipulated to a certain genre. We know when we heard it, we would hear the bells, we would hear the drums, the goatskin drums, we would hear, the cowbells. Mm-hmm. Now,
Down home.
the down home sound, you could call it. That's the sound that our contemporaries, the generation before would identify that as Bahamian music. Mm-hmm. Now, nowadays we have our Sleepy Lexes, our Twin Dams, our Julian Believes, our Dyson Knights, where we might get a little cowbell, a little shake, a little boom boom on the drum from a Julian song, maybe a Dyson song. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, it's more of a neutral sound. It's more of a globalized sound. Mm-hmm. So how I view it more as an evolution from step A to step B, and more of growth than it being a totally different genre. So my what I wanted to ask you guys, what I wanted to get your guys' opinion on is that same genre or that same relationship that Bahamians would have with that music, or older Bahamians would have with that music. They would feel more detached with our generation's artists. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there how do you view it?
Yeah. Okay, Kellin, that's a very good question, I must say. It's a lot of things I can say, but what I would think it is, and it's not a bad thing, our Bahamian, the roots of our culture comes from folks music. So that's pretty much a guitar player who normally one of the tenors the singer, and he's stomping his foot. Right. Right. And yeah, so we evolved from that to rake and scrape. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but rake and scrape ain't really ours. Like, that's actually an African thing. And we evolved it from them. Right. So let's fast forward it straight to the Julian Believes, the Dyson Knights, the Wendy's. We are now, our generation are now evolving our music again. Now, a lot of people would just say, oh, we just trying to follow fashion, or we trying to do this, we trying to do that, which is sometimes the case.
It could be the case.
Yeah, it could be the case, but majority of the times, it's really us trying to evolve our music. And I would say, yes, the older Bahamian music, which I respect and I love, trust me, we love that, but I would say it's time for us to change, because that's more so for our heritage. But what do we offer for the world? See what I'm saying? So like, what do we have to, like, you can come to the Bahamas and hear our music, but when you go back home, you don't go want to hear that. If you hearing Tiger, Drake, like, come on, give me some of that. See what I'm saying? I rather listen to, what the guy name? Oh Lord, I forget my people. I rather listen to Metallica. You know what I'm saying? Like, put me back to that. All right.
No offense.
I was going to say somebody else, but anyway, you can scratch that. Yeah. But like, yeah, like we need to make our music appealing, because their music is appealing to us. So like, we can
find some sort of common ground.
Right. Like, it's like the only thing we can do is evolve. So, I mean, mind you, I know a lot of people could be mad at me, and honestly, like I said earlier, sometimes it's really blatant that people just try to do something else to just force themselves in that market, right, which are Bahamians. But if you think that's what can work, do it. But by all means, go ahead and see what you can do, because it might work. You see what I'm saying? So don't knock them. Let's just still support them. But yeah, that's my little 1-2 on that topic. I didn't want to get too deep.
Good insight, man. Good insight.
Boy, you asking these questions.
Good insight, man. Good insight.
I like that. You got anything to say, man?
Yeah. I'd say there's a part of our generation who just don't like Bahamian music. So
Agree.
they ain't feeling the scrape, they ain't feeling from El Scombe, they ain't feeling the rake and scrape. They may not relate to the messages. They may not feel like it's enough music, enough, thump, enough 808s. So it's them. And then I think for the artists, even if some wanted to try make a traditional rake and scrape song with a traditional island message,
Right.
because our music, rake and scrape, hasn't taken anybody anywhere. The greatest of rake and scrape, Mr. Ronnie Butler, rest in peace. How much international stages he been on? Most of the international stages he went on was for a cultural event.
Right.
He was
Right.
holding, so they wanted people
Mainly
from all,
soca even.
yeah, all Caribbean islands, countries, and that's where it went. His music was never streaming on Spotify.
Nope.
His music on YouTube for free. So it's like, if I create the same thing, what will I get? All of my predecessors went nowhere from our traditional music, so why should I do it? That pop, that rap, that hip hop, that's what's on top of the market every time. That's what's on top of the charts.
Right.
So if I, as a lowly Bahamian, try just to our traditional music, it ain't take me nowhere. And no artist won't think that they won't get anywhere with their music. So I
And
think
history
that's the
pretty
biggest-
much tell you that.
Yeah, but so I think that's one of the biggest deterrents. I'd say for those who have an inkling of that love for rake and scrape, 'cause I got it, still love, we got it. As musicians and music lovers, we got it. Because it's when it touch your way, when you get in the bush,
They must staying
you
sweet.
get in the bush.
They must staying sweet. But how much people can relate?
Boy.
So it's more. So what I'm picking up on is it's a cap. It's a cap. It's a ceiling
Yeah.
that is obvious that we would obviously want to go over. But this routine or this method only can get me to a certain stage.
To domestic, yeah. You could travel islands and you could sing the regattas, but you don't go international with just
For real.
rake and scrape no more, dog. Unfortunately.
So from what I also wanted to bring to you guys in the same breath with the Dyson Knights and the Sweet Emilys, we also do have a Bahamian trait in there as well that no one can deny its Bahamian authenticity. So in being said that even with us evolving from, like Kendro said, from folk music to rake and scrape to there where we is now, there's obviously a bridge that we are trying to traverse, and some people just land on certain spots. Some people some people in a plane just trying to forget the whole bridge. But at the end of the day, it's a reason behind it. Everybody's trying to get on a stage that their predecessors never got on, and to get there, we'd obviously have to try new methods. So I with that, I love that. So now I want to ask you guys some questions on personally to you guys. So everybody can get to know you guys better, because for the most part, I'm sure everybody familiar with who you all are, but they don't necessarily know what makes y'all tick. You know what I mean? So my first question to you guys: when did y'all realize that your talent could be your career?
Boy. Sorry, you got to cut that out.
Second blooper.
Yeah,
So
but,
many in your face.
I would say for me it was like from school, man. Like because we grew up in a musical family, so like music, we weren't far from music. We have been doing events from straight out of high school, to be honest. From Christmas events at Kingsway Academy with Mr. Dion Cunningham, salute, to now big stage events. We have been exposed to this for umpteen years. So I would say for me, it was directly from out of school. Like I didn't want to do nothing else. I just wanted to do music. It didn't work out that way, but I stick to it, and now I can say proudly I'm full time into it, and I'm enjoying it every day.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
I'd say within the last 5-6 years. I always had the dream of it, but like we was talking about tradition, you know, your parents saying you need something secure, you know,
9 to 5.
music industry ain't it over here. Everybody can't live with that.
Yep.
But I remember that my 21st birthday, my birthday gift to myself was leaving the workplace because I was like, dog, I could do this, but if I got more free time, I could pick up more gigs. If I gotta take a cheaper gig here to make it work for now, but I will it.
Yeah.
So the dream was always there, but the real desire and the push came about like the last 5-6 years.
That's what it's about. It's about growth. Sometimes you might have the passion, you might have the will, you might have all the resources to go somewhere to take that step, but sometimes you just gotta wait for the door to open. Sometimes you gotta wait your turn. That's what it's about. My other question, you guys: at what age did y'all recognize your passion for music? Now, the viewers might not know, but I know y'all for a pretty long time. Our parents know each other.
Yeah.
You know, we know each other.
Yes. Family, baby. Family.
Yeah, so I know how music pretty much runs through y'all veins. Before y'all was even born, music was a staple in your family. So at what age was it where you guys picked up your first instrument or fell in love with the genre of music?
It was like a 5-ish,
Yeah.
5-6. No, from like 3, but it's like, you know, everybody's
beating on pots,
Everybody's
yeah.
beating on pots, but I feel like we was a little more rhythmic with it from them. you know?
Everybody just hit the note. Y'all got rid of
noise.
That's a hard one.
You could hear, wait, them pots jamming, but
That sounds like a song.
from time, from 10 days, but at least
I can't even say.
like between 3 and 5. But
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
most
Words barely form yet.
exactly.
Yeah,
That music,
we
and then-
play it.
Y'all dropping beats from a young age. We love to see it.
Yeah, but yeah, sure.
So now I wanna this more so for me. Y'all could take from it if y'all want. Who 2 artists that somebody in this room or somebody in another room or somebody who's listening right now who they wouldn't be familiar with, who you could pick out and say that person has talent. I like that person. Bahamian or non-Bahamian. Preferably Bahamian, but it could be someone on the global stage.
No, man, I'm gonna keep it Bahamian. All right, boy, this you can get me in trouble. Yeah,
that's the
people.
that's a tough
Wait,
one.
It don't necessarily have to be.
Yeah, people don't know. Okay.
Right.
All right, because that's tough for real. Man. That's tough.
That's tough, bro. Like I must say, but definitely 2 artists that come straight to my mind, who I feel as if deserves more attention. Definitely Jermaine Rahming, and also Judah the Lion. Now, Judah the Lion is a very famous guy, so I feel as if he probably might have been a bad one.
No.
but-
I think that's a good one because at the same time, what a listener would know Judah the Lion as is completely different from someone in the music industry knows Judah the Lion.
Right.
So I think
And he has a lot to offer. So, well, it's a lot of names I could call, but I gotta stick with him too.
Jermaine Rahming was the first one.
Sherwood Rahming, yeah.
Sherwood Rahming. Take that, guys.
But Judah again for me, and the next one popular too, but because of the impact he's had on me and us, MDs, we rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. Shout out MDs.
His songs, his messages, how he could like spit, chat. MDs, man.
Big up to MDs.
And even not just that, like the back end of everything, how he would talk to you, how he would treat you. He understood the business. He was a guy who was writing songs for big names like, what the guy named Jack Yaw, I think was one. Who he played for, yeah. Wow. Anyway, yeah, and that's like a lot of artists per se. He worked with, and not just Jamaican or Caribbean artists. He worked for a lot of international artists. Before he died, he had, I think, about like a whole year of just events where he was touring the world to actually take the Bahamian music to the world. And yeah, and man, we lost a giant. So once again, R.I.P. the MDs, man. We really miss you, bro.
Now we all appreciate everything that they say here. Now if you're listening and this is your passion, take that as motivation to take on that mantle and try to take it as far as we could. That's what we're here for. We don't. I firmly don't believe that we don't have the passion, we don't have the talent or the ability to get there. We just need that one ambassador to take it there, and I feel like everybody was sprinting through that same door. So, another thing I wanted to bring to you guys, if you could pretty much pick one thing that could improve our musical scene over here, as far as whether it be concerts or the way that things are marketed or the connectivity of or the networking between artists, what could be one thing that you could point out that could significantly help our music scene?
But these old niggas who been in the game for a minute and connected to every hotel, every restaurant, every manager, pass on the baton, boy. Teach some new children something. Bring them along, even if it's a little internship. Don't feel like only you should be holding that position because you don't want to give it up, or you feel like it's your only livelihood. You get more when you give, dog. And as it is with every freaking industry in this country, they don't like to pass it on.
It's like what the song is.
Old niggas. I hope y'all watching. Y'all children.
What the saying is, ain't it? It's a song that when you have a penny or a quarter,
you hold it tight
and you won't have any.
Lend it, spend it.
You have so many.
Roll all over.
And I think that's pretty much what you're saying right there.
Yeah, man.
Well, there's a lot of things that can happen. I definitely want to start off by saying, please pay the ox more. Y'all big businesses, please. It's a lot of struggle that goes into this game. We can sit up here and say what we can do or what we think y'all can do to get there. But doing it ain't easy. And especially coming from a person like myself, my market is really just getting like it's destroying itself because now I'm a DJ. Like I said, DJ Kenny, duh.
The DJ Kenny.
But what I'm trying to say is, for me now to get an event at a regular spot, I know what the pay gonna be like. Composed to trying to get an event at an established spot would actually cares a little piece about the ox. So I say this to say, like, please look out for the ox. Ox, please do your work, because me up here begging for y'all to get paid ain't gonna help the situation. You have to go home.
Pull up your slot.
Yeah, you have to go home, study what you do. Look at the videos. If you record videos of your acts, look at your videos, study them, see how you can better improve yourself. And if you're working for yourself, understand it's not just what you do on stage, it's actually how you handle your business as well too. So if you don't respect yourself, don't expect nobody to respect you. If you don't think you deserve this much and then still charging this little, don't expect people to pay you more when you think you get there. Yeah. And these are lessons I've learned myself. So just study, man. It's a lot that comes with this thing. It's not just being popular and being talented. It's also about being smart, being business savvy, being a goat when you need to be a goat, and being a lamb when you need to be a lamb. So yeah, it's a lot, but pay these ox more, man. Y'all big businesses out there, man. Do better, because they need it. It's a lot of work, bro. Practicing 3-4 times out of the week for free, and then you have to go to this ox with just paying you $100 for 2 hours.
Spending on gas.
Yeah, like people, this is the side that the general public don't know of. You know what I'm saying? They don't know of the work that the people already putting in. You know what I'm saying?
You even ask them to come on.
Right. So it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. We need help from everybody. But Ox, they're not going to take us serious if we don't take ourselves serious. So that's all I got to say. Insightful.
Very, very, very insightful. Last thing that I want to ask you guys, pretty much ended on a light note. What was the craziest thing you guys saw during a performance? I know this is gonna go pretty far. I know y'all probably see all type of things.
Let's go for rated E. Restricted, mature, 18 plus, matter free.
The friendly version. Let's give the friendly version.
Oh boy.
Recently, there was a guy. I used to work at play at the jazz bar at Bahama.
Yo, big up the Essence bands, bro. Hello.
Crazy.
Sneak peek coming soon.
Hey, plug it in. But yeah, my guy is feeling himself. You know that music. Like I can say that music is talking different, but next thing I know, a set of shorts was getting thrown on the stage.
Shorts.
Shorts? I was like, man, if shorts on the stage, somebody must be pantsless.
Lucy.
This man running around
Lucy.
in his briefs, his shirt tucked in, screaming at the top of his lungs, singing
Shirt
whatever
tucked,
song.
shirt tucked.
In the briefs.
Into the briefs.
In the briefs, singing whatever song we was
I
playing.
wonder if they always is like that, or if he do it after he take off the pants.
Probably sock out on some Skechers. It's like, alright, babe, stop feeling it. You could pay your bills, so do what you like. Eh?
Y'all perform that song again after that, like anywhere else?
Probably.
That song need to be banned from all bars.
That's not very security.
All location, banned on location.
Oh man. Hey, you guys know it.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna talk about the DJ ones.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But let me talk about the stage ones. Call no name.
Please don't go. Don't do that to me.
Yo, you ever practice a set and, and expect to execute that and just we go on stage and it don't happen, babe? Like, and not just any regular stage, you know, like one of those nice ones, you know,
Like
the
a
ones
big-
with a lot of lights, you know,
Type one, like lights.
big speakers, you know, like, you know, and Jermaine kick the drum, boom, everything shaking,
ooh,
right?
Type of thing, right.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, boy, that I'd leave that right there. It was,
Decided, you know,
yeah, it was
feeling something else. Let's go this way.
Hold on, what? Oh, like,
Like,
gone, babe, and we couldn't. He was the track star, babe. We couldn't catch up.
y'all record? Anybody record?
I hope not. I ain't seen no videos yet.
That
But
sounds so funny.
I'd love to watch it again, though. But yeah, like that was actually one of the many because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot.
good times.
Yeah, but it's good times, though. Trust me, because
Always good times.
going through that now, like, improves the way I set up practices now. So, like,
You can press on it.
no, you know more running, and then the bond is ready. You know, it wasn't the bond. Shout out to all four band too as well. Javon Taylor was up.
Shout out.
But dog, yeah, it was funny, babe. It was funny, babe. So like everybody just on stage, like,
So y'all finish play or y'all get off?
baby made it work, but that's one thing. That's one thing. We can make it work.
Young
You know what I'm saying? We can make
professionals,
it work.
young
Yeah.
The check was ready, too. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what it's
yeah.
about. That's what it's about.
Streaming, dog.
Yeah. But honestly, making it work came with work. So we up here laughing at this because we have years. I still feel like we didn't really get in depth of me and Jermaine, but I guess we could save that for next one. That could be part two.
This ain't the first time or the last time.
Let us know if y'all want part two, though. Y'all gotta let us know because
Yeah,
we got a
let us
lot of
know.
stories we could tell. Let us know.
We with it. Well, this is our episode 5 or 6. One or the other, y'all choose. Now, with our young professionals, we will be back.
But only time will reveal. He's up and stay strong. Focus on love and not more. Focus on love and not more. Focus on love and not more.